Good Saturday morning and welcome to another edition of the award-winning Outdoors with Larry Ray on 790 The Bet. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency and Wally Hatchett's Comfort Food and Drinks at 6439 Summer Avenue. Now here's your host, Larry Ray.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome to Outdoors with Larry Ray. We talk outdoors every 9 minutes here, every Saturday. Fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming. And, again, I appreciate the prayers and the texts and the cards. And even this morning, when my main man, when R.W. walks in the room, he brings me a sack. And I know it's got me a St. Jude cap. It's got me a St. Jude shirt. It's got me a Jimmy Washburn gloves. And you know who that is. That's Ron Wong. This is not bonus Wong. This is real Wong. And,
good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day this morning. The rain's gone, and the temperature's going to be pretty nice until tomorrow when it heats up. And so, enjoy the day today. And
yes.
Get
ready for hot weather. Just go straight into the longest day of the year. I think the longest day of the year is something like
it's June 21st, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, the most sunlight in one day.
Yes,
here in the Memphis area.
So we'll get a lot of sun next week, but I've rolled along here. Hopefully, one more chemo to go on June the 20th, and look forward to hopefully getting through that. Been a little slow week for me, but. Just coming in the room, seeing Shelby. She's here already.
She does a great job.
Yeah,
too.
And then I look and there's empty chairs, but I know that Ron will be here, and he does.
I'm always here.
I open the door and he's here, but I don't know, Ron. If and y'all forgive me for my voice. That is the effects of the steroids and the chemo and all the other stuff like that. But I do have on my hat too today.
Hey,
Ron.
You like that blue speck hat?
Black speck hat.
Yeah.
Come on, say it, Ron.
Speck hat.
Yes, black speck hat.
And for those that don't,
from Mark Strunk,
right?
Yeah.
And for those that don't know anything about black speck,
yes,
what that really is, he's talking about, and the name of his company is after the black crappie, which are called black specks.
Yes. I got a shirt.
They're it's really a cool hat.
Oh, it's a cool hat. It's a blue. It's a blue and white, and my granddaughter already liked it. And of course, I came in this morning with my hook and bullet sunglasses too. I'm a walking commercial.
Hey, right here.
There you go.
I'm wearing them.
Yeah,
the best sunglasses there are.
They really are.
I have to tell you.
Yeah, and they fit right on top of on my cap here and everything. But
and just to note, Larry,
yesterday, June
at the Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah, I saw
both
that.
of them downtown at the Pyramid.
You've been busy,
and especially the one out in
Macon
Road.
Yeah, in
it's Kids Fishing Day. They've got a fishing pond set up there at Macon Road. And I have to tell you, I was asked to...
Yeah, where'd they get that fish?
Well, they asked me to catch some brim, and I have to tell you.
You did.
These kids are going to be really excited. There's probably 15 to 18 brim that weigh at least 1 pound apiece. I mean, huge. They're like dinner plates.
I saw the picture, and I know that Michael Alvarado out there on the existing store, as they like to call it, that there'll be kids there, there'll be kids downtown. And Ron, I know this is kind of we get into the show. We're really going to have fun today. We're going to talk a lot of crappie with two guys that know a lot about crappie. We're going to talk to a fisherman that used to was graduate of Bethel and has made a name for himself at Pickwick. And then we're going to close out the show with some information about Free Fishing Day in Tennessee. But the main thing is, as we start this first segment, I'm going to try to make it through it, is Ron Wong. I don't know the price of gasoline, but in tennis shoes now. I'm not sure, Ron, between this show and last week's show, I know you went to Pickwick. You were at Pickwick for the Whataburger Elite Series event on Pickwick.
Yes, I was there.
And then you came back, and you were at AutoZone Liberty Bowl. golf tournament and their big awards program. Steve Spurrier. And,
what a gentleman! I have to tell you something.
The old ball coach.
He's I admire and respect Steve Spurrier.
Yes,
for everything he's done for college football in the right way.
Yes, yeah.
And a lot of people, they say, well, he can be sarcastic. Well,
really? Yeah.
I mean, all football coaches can be sarcastic.
Yes.
However, he means very well, and he's done a wonderful job for the sport of college football. And it was a real pleasure to have met him and talk with him for a few minutes. And, I have to tell you, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, from Johnson City, Science Hill High School, and decided to go to Florida. Didn't make a lot of people happy up in East Tennessee. But he was there. Ron was out cooking them sliders and everything at the golf tournament. And then he goes and he catches brim for these kids. And he was at St. Jude Bass Classic. We didn't mention that.
I was there,
taking pictures that we've got already posted on lroutdoors.com. We've got all the ACT tournament up in Truman Lake. We got all those posted. I checked this morning before. And so Ron has, he's been busy.
I've been flying.
You've been flying, and I know we both missed Seopa up in West Virginia.
Yeah,
my health. But Ron was just everywhere with all the different things, and my hat's off to you, Ron. He helped me out this week with a couple of guests, and we are going to talk to Cody Huff on today's show. He's got quite a story to tell out of Alva, Missouri, and if that town sounds familiar, that's where Rick Clunn is from. Also,
that's correct.
And it was Rick Clunn that got Cody Huff into fishing. Cody Huff goes to Bethel. Cody Huff ends up second at Pickwick, and we're going to have the winner that hopefully in a couple of weeks. Brandon Lester, he needed some time at the beach with his family,
and that's well deserved.
Another Tennessee guy from Lafayette. I think Lafayette. I don't know. He's from East Tennessee, but anyway,
Fayetteville, Tennessee.
I knew it was a familiar name to me. But he'll be on with it. We'll get Brandon. But Cody's ready. What a story he tells. He's got this young man.
I have to tell you, I've had the opportunity to spend some time with him over the years.
Yeah.
Since he started with Bethel University, and I've seen him at a couple of other events. I was at the Fishing Hall of Fame induction ceremony in Springfield a couple of years ago, and. It just so happens we had a chance to talk, and we sat down together and had dinner and talked. But what a fine, fine gentleman, and he's going to be good on the Elite Series, and I have to tell you, a wonderfill young man.
Yeah, and then we're going to sneak in a little segment here on a new book that's out. I'm big into history. I love nonfiction. I don't read fiction. We got a guy on today's show, Mike Arnold. This guy is hunted all over the world. He is a big game hunter, but he's a conservationist. He's just written a book called Bringing Back the Lines. It's going to press in July. But Michael's going to be with us out of Georgia on the show. But before we close this, say, Ron, mesmerize me again with fishing, okay?
I got to tell you
here
something.
Here he goes.
Well, here we go. Pickwick, Kentucky Lake. The bass are all on in post-spawn right now. Water temperatures in the high 70s in both of those lakes. And the best way to catch them, especially during the day, is using a 6XD citrus sad colored crankbait.
Tell me, Ron.
And then, or a 10-inch worm will work, Texas rigged, early and late in the morning. Early in the morning and late in the evening.
Okay.
Topwater bites are good. A sexy dog or a whopper popper will sure catch them real well. You get down to Sardis, and believe it or not, those fish, as hot as that water is, they're staying in the bushes around the green bushes and stuff, and you still can catch them on a spinnerbait.
What's the temperature?
Chartreuse and white.
What's the water temperature?
The water temperature there
jump up,
is about 82 to 84 degrees.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it's pretty warm. But Those fish are also biting 10-inch worms, 8-inch worms, Texas rigged real well.
Yeah.
Spinner baits, topwater early and late. And if it's cloudy all day, remember to throw that buzz bait because it is working really, really well. And the crappie fishermen, oh my gosh, I have to tell you,
they are
on the I-55 lakes.
Yes.
Of course, all the crappie now are in post-spawn, moving out into the deeper water. But the way that they're catching those fish now is what they call power fishing, using a 3-ounce weight on the end of a rod.
Okay.
And they're using fin spins tipped with a slab curly and orange and chartreuse and moving about 0.6 to 0.9 mile an hour.
See, you're not amazing. Y'all listening to this? I mean, 0.6. And we're not giving you any, we're not. How precise can you be if you're telling 0.6?
And you're fishing over anywhere from 18 to 25 feet of water.
Oh, man. Okay.
And those fish are about 3 to 5 feet. Well, 5 to 8 feet deep, and you're just power trolling for those fish like that. And they're catching a bunch of big fish like that.
I've seen pictures.
And so they're doing real, real good. And I have to tell you, Glen Springs Lake.
Yes,
they're catching a lot of fish.
Yes.
On wacky rigged yum dingers and ochos.
Oh, those ochos
around the grass, and frogs over the top of grass is working really well.
Glen Springs, and don't forget these lakes, folks. Those are TWRA fishing, just like Herb Parsons. There'll be a ton of people at Herb Parsons today, and I know they will be because
they sure will be.
It's it is free fishing day.
Yeah.
We're going to talk more about that, but let's take our first. I told you he just did it. He doesn't have anything over there. That's just what's amazing, It's like his little antennas come out of his head. All right, let's take a break on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Get ready for some crappie talk. That's coming up next on Outdoors with Larry Ray.